Hark, the thing that I promised a millennia ago. Or rather, a year ago, back when we looked at a whole bunch of other Namco PC classics that time more or less forgot.
Hasbro Interactive, I remembered this.
Didn't they used to make toys?
Didn't they used to make games?
I mean, they do still make toys. They don't so much make games, though, especially when they were more or less absorbed by Infogrames, back when they were still a thing. So, inside a Creative Asylum, you will find a Pac-Man game for PC. One that has a rather, not gonna mince words, kind of metal intro attached to it.
Rock on Planet Pac.
So, out in the wilderness of God knows where, Inky and Clyde are approaching their newest boss of the week.
I want to say this is where we first learned that Mega Man was going to be in Smash Brothers.
What?
No, I'm just saying, like, just this whole planet area, like...
It does look like that whole rocky terrain.
Yeah. Here you go.
But that all said, the ghosts have come with this ancient artifact, which this creepy-looking mollusk creature speaks a whole bunch of gibberish, which more or less implies that he wants to destroy it.
Oh boy.
No power pellets.
Meanwhile, back home, Pac-Man's having a nice snooze.
Unaware of the... Oh.
But no time for snoozing now, because on his fancy-schmancy television set, Professor Pac has told him that he needs to save the world again.
I almost thought it was gonna turn on and wake him up out of the bed. Go, wake up, Mr. Toadstool.
Actually, what I was about to point out is that if you listen closely, he was speaking gibberish too. It's like, oh no, the olds have got to his vocal mannerisms.
That's not what it is, and you know it.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our playthrough of Pac-Man Adventures in Time for the PC. This has a bit of a interesting... It's an interesting little bit of my childhood in that I learned about it through a funny little commercial way back when. I was able to buy it way back when I was visiting my folks down in Bakersfield, and unfortunately I don't own a PC back home. They did, so I only got to play it that one time. And just gonna go ahead and call my file this since it's relevant.
Puck.
Repuck.
Puck-Man. I knew it.
I wonder why.
We can talk more about that as we go along our quest. Playing through the usual mazes as always. Maybe watch a video here and there. I mean, it'll all be there within the quest, so don't you worry, folks.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see where this story is gonna go.
But yeah, no, I technically own the game. I just never got a chance to play it aside from that one time. And even when I got a PC later, for some reason it wouldn't take the damn CD, so I just, gave up hope of ever playing it again until, the age-old Internet Archive saved the day.
Ah.
So I guess I am curious then. How are we able to play this on, say, while you're setting this up? By the way, I don't want to drag this out too long on that.
Well, unfortunately, in order for me to continue, we will have to look at a little brief narrative of what we just saw earlier.
Okay, let's see. This is the artifact, a mystical magical power pellet that has protected our planet from evil for over 1,000 years.
Well, it's now dust.
Last night, the temple vaults were raided by our enemies, the ghosts, and the artifact was stolen. They have smashed it into 4 pieces, scattering them across time itself into the past.
Wow.
Don't ask how they were able to get away with doing that.
Yeah, we never learn how they got time travel. You must journey back in time and find the pieces. Bring them back and end the mollusk's evil plans.
Ergo, that ethereal creature we saw in the intro.
Right.
But, I mean, sounds straightforward enough. Play Pac-Man.
Yep, complete the maze, eat all the yellow pellets, and avoid the ghosts. Also, the larger power pellets turn the ghosts blue and allow you to eat them. You know the drill at this point.
So,
Wait,
Pac-Man... Go ahead.
Sorry, it's something I want to point out. Also, like giving Gems a prompt, what's with that little meter next to that? Oh, okay, there it goes.
Whew.
It's his jump meter. When it's all full, Pac-Man can jump over the ghosts like he could in Pac-Mania. And thankfully, since I'm playing on normal mode, I want to say this applies to most, if not all, the difficulties, but I'm not entirely certain of that. But the meter fills up pretty quick, so you don't have to worry too much about, jumping every other second if you absolutely need to.
Okay. And I guess, so, because yes, it was on my mind earlier, so, Pac-Man World, this is not, it's gonna, so is this just effectively gonna be, simply Pac-Man mazes in, Well, okay, how to put this?
Pac-Man mazes are nothing but.
Okay, well, and I assume they're going to get more.
Well, okay, actually, I lied. There is
Oops.
There is one other thing regarding Pac-Man Adventures of Time we can get into, but it is primarily the maze game you all know and love. This is not like Pac-Man World, which was all a fun little 3D platformer that, as of recently, was getting a full-blown remake courtesy of Now Productions.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that.
The same people that also gave us Pac-Man Museum literally last month, so it's like, I'm still wondering why they didn't just mesh the two together.
Our suspicions were correct.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a topic for maybe later on in this whole playthrough, but yeah. Again, you know the drill. Eat all the dots in the maze, then you'll get to proceed to the next maze. And Pac-Man Adventures in Time is actually pretty thorough with its maze design. Watch out for the hill in the middle. You run up slower, but you slide down faster.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I mean, that first maze, you know, as always, you know, it's pretty straightforward. That was, you know, literally the Pac-Man maze. Just, you know, I assume to get people familiar with what they're about to do, but now we're going to start seeing, I guess you could almost compare it to, almost compare it to, Frogger He's Back, almost, in the sense of, like, it's going to be traditional Pac-Man gameplay, but they're going to start making more outlandish and wild-looking, maps.
I'd say so.
I mean,
oh, sorry.
It's funny you do bring that up, because honestly, Adventures in Time was pretty much made with that exact same, like, setup in mind. Like, this is pretty much one of those fancy late 90s, early 2000s arcade revivals that Hasbro was very much like going gung-ho with. Like, they did with Frogger, they did with Q*bert, they did with Centipede, and then before the Y2K phenomenon happened, they did it with Pac-Man.
I completely forgot about the Y2K phenomenon, but now I've been reminded of that. Number one. Number two, I don't know if did we ever tackle that Q*bert remake?
Nope. We haven't, but I wouldn't be opposed to showing it off of the channel at some point or another, because I do have a little bit of history with that too.
We just gotta hope. Go ahead.
Didn't we do like one of those like look at compilations where we take a look at like a bunch of Q*bert games?
You know what? I think we did, and I might have briefly shown off that game's version of Q*bert that in there.
Oh, maybe we.
But we could probably do something a little more elaborate for it, so another time, because I do remember that game also has like some sort of multiplayer feature.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm playing on normal mode, you'll be given the same props every other portion of the game. But otherwise, like if I was playing on easy, it'd be every other time. And on hard mode, I think it's only after every set of worlds, or it's like a one-hit run. Good luck with that. By the way, we are literally in a cannibal island, Pac-Man. Better watch yourself.
Oh my god. So now that we're heading towards...
But then again, now that I think about it, we're dealing with ghosts who claim themselves to be cannibals, yet we're not a ghost ourselves. So would they technically be considered cannibals?
What the hell is that noise?
I was about to say, like, if...
Honestly, I get it. I see that every 10,000 points you get an extra pack.
Honestly, like, if these ghosts were really cannibals, they'd just be eating each other while we just casually collect all these dots.
It's just like, Pac-Man's like, okay, I don't want any part of this. It's already weird enough that I eat ghosts. I don't want everyone else to be eating ghosts. I will say, though, that isometric angle that this sometimes takes it looks, to me anyway, it looks like this isometric camera angle can sometimes be at a detriment to James if he's not looking ahead of himself all that well.
It would be a bit of a detriment if I was going for like replaying these mazes via the maze mode, where they give you the added objective of trying to eat a certain amount of ghosts and a certain amount of fruit. But there is a handy dandy little feature that can rectify most of that.
Oh.
Ooh.
There's a button. I believe if you press Shift or some other button, Future Me, would you mind posting that? Oh crap! I didn't mean to. How did I skip that?
I think you just accidentally hit button, or maybe the game itself just kind of glitched out. But yeah, what do we have here?
You know what? Before we do that, let me quit the game real quick and go to. Wait, I just realized I'm gonna have to do all that all over again anyway. Cut.
Don't enter this in, but one of them is Honey, I Blew Up Pac-Man, which will just blow you up immediately.
Oh yeah, I heard of that one.
There's Honey, I Blew Up Pac-Man, Honey, I Shrunk Pac-Man,
Being Pac-Manovich, or like Being John
Pac-Manovich, which is pretty much you play the whole maze in first person.
Wow.
And,
Steve Austin.
One of the snarkier ones is called I Have No Honor, which gives you infinite lives.
Oh, I got it. The cheat code is I need the points.
Oh, wait. Wrong keyboard.
In all caps.
Oh, in all caps, okay. I need the points. There we go. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A little snafu on our ends, but let's see what happens when the cannibals approach Pac-Man from behind.
Oh no!
Get him! I like that they gave him. I love that they gave him that kind of like whiny, warbly voice.
Oh no! The cannibal seems to have followed you from the maze! Press the up direction to slow down, and try to pick up these bonuses! It's not as if like your life depends on it, but you know, it's for the fun of it.
But there we go. So, oh, hey, we're okay. We're good. We're good. Okay. So is this just now? Is this effectively just a bonus stage?
It is. That's effectively what this is. Yeah, it's all just a fun little bonus at the end of the day, which I was. Ow! They got me.
That looked tricky.
But that's okay. We can still proceed.
All right, on to Alligator River. So yeah, I can say. So I guess I can say right now there are a number of. Oh, what's up next? Okay. Yeah,
watch out for the alligator in the middle. He looks mean.
I do like that so far it looks like they've been trying to add in like at least one new twist to each maze.
Yeah. Oh
yeah, no, like this game's very thorough with its maze design, and I will always give it credit for that. Like even if certain aspects of the game look, jank, it makes up for it with substance.
Okay, so just now that we have like a new enemy on the board, so just as a reiteration, eating power pellets does not make them vulnerable to Pac-Man, right?
Nope, only the ghosts.
Fair enough, fair enough. Uh-oh, he looks mean.
Yeah, he does look mean. I mean, look at that strut he's got going on. I have no chance against that.
He's walking with such purpose, oh dear.
That's the strut of an alligator that wants to deck someone's lights.
Whatever it takes to pay the rent.
We'll punch for money.
Wait a minute, I'm not even an alligator.
Oh, that's right, no, he was a crocodile. Ooh, careful.
There is a difference. Look it up.
There is actually a difference. So I guess I can say right now, for any who are curious, of course there's a GameSpot, page that'll pretty much sum up everything I'm about to say, pretty clearly. But, yeah, there are a number of cheat codes for this since this was made for PC in mind. A number of them are, one of them is called Get a Life, which will just give you a free 1-up.
Yeah.
Which, I can just type it right here.
Get a Life. There you go.
Yeah.
However, there's another one that's funny called Senseless Waste.
Oh yes, Senseless Waste. It'll just actually, make you lose a life right on the spot.
Wow.
Which is very odd because I gotta say right now, according to, if I'm looking at these cheat codes correctly, there are like 3 different cheat codes that all kill Pac-Man. One of them, which is called again, Honey, I Blew Up Pac-Man, which will just either make you bigger or actually just make Pac-Man explode. And I see what the last pellet is.
I thought it just makes him bigger.
Maybe it does.
It just makes it bigger.
Also, the pellet you're looking for.
I mean, there's already one called Honey, I Shrunk the Pac-Man. What do you think Honey, I Blew Up Pac-Man was going to do?
Yes, because there is that cheat code as well. The other one is I Ain't Scared, which makes you God mode.
Pretty much. It doesn't let you eat the ghost, but it lets you outright kill them. So you can't exactly use that. Say if you want to go through the maze mode and eat a certain amount of them.
Watch out for
the maze is on the mountainside. Watch out for the rollers rolling down.
Now you got it. There's another cheat code that I will not spoil because we may be using that later. Who knows? There's Pack Stats, which shows the current frame rate. It's basically a dev code. There's Mission Impossible, which makes all ghosts and enemies faster than Pac-Man.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
This one is kind of wacky to me. Steve Austin, as in Stone Cold Steve Austin, makes the entire game run in slow motion.
Actually, funny thing about the Steve Austin thing, that's actually a reference to the $6 Million Man.
Really? Oh, I was thinking of the wrestler Stone Cold Steve
I don't blame
Austin.
you for thinking that, but that was something because I know Nitro Red did a video on this as well as a bunch of other Pac-Man games. He found out that the origin of Steve Austin was because of the main character from $6 Million Man, and you know how that show always had slow motion bits.
Oh, to make it, I remember that, where it was this weird thing where it was I think it was a camera trick where they would make it look like he was running way faster than he actually was by playing his running in slow motion while everything moved faster around him or something like that. I don't know. The 6 billion, anyway. Another one, again, another one that can make Pac-Man die is one that's, you just type in kill me.
Wow.
Just right off the bat. This one I'm not quite sure how it works, but there's a cheat code called Plankton, which turns off the music.
Oh, jeez! I guess the time machine works again.
Hey, we made it to Egypt now. So with that, I guess we're done with World 1 already.
Pac-Man, there seems to be a problem with the time machine. You've arrived in ancient Egypt!
No dir.
Wow. How does that exist in Pac-Land, you may be wondering? Be careful when you go past the baskets. The snakes bite.
Okay, so just don't linger around there for too long. Got it. So, all right. Well, I'll. Ow. Oh, but I see.
That's all it does. They just stun you for a brief bit.
Okay,
well, that's good.
So just don't be caught there while you're in the middle of a chase. But where was it?
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, definitely not gonna say this. Definitely not gonna say this game doesn't have a fast pacing. It just throws you right in.
Oh yeah, no, it's like the mazes themselves are pretty brisk, and if I know what I'm...
Hang on, I'll be right back.
No worries.
If I'm brisk about this, I could probably beat this in about at least less than 2 hours.
All right, well let's just power through it.
Oakley dokley.
But yeah, no, there's a cheat code called Plankton that turns off the music for a single stage, and I do not understand why. They're a wacky thing, but you know, now's as good time as any to say that I like it when devs would just do wacky stuff like this and allow the players to do it, because like we've been talking about this a couple times before, like be it like in that one weird cheat code pack thing for Skate 4, I think, or just the fact of like how upsetting how upset developers will get and like actually like patch out cheats even though it's a single player game. Like, no, I enjoy games that allow you to just have fun and wacky.
Ooh,
a melon.
That's a weird looking melon, but I am feeling hungry.
We gotta play a game.
A Cobra challenge. Basically, find the ball in the cup.
Okay, here we go.
Pick the one without a snake to earn a bonus.
All right, this should be fine. The
Ooh.
I mean,
Literally the one I was highlighting.
yeah, like right there. Okay, cool. Next, please.
There's the watermelon I was so craving.
Are you kidding?
I would have laughed if it was the exact same one I was highlighting.
Well, so far they've at least been keeping it consistent by having the fruit be right where it started. If this is in the middle,
Yeah.
I swear to gosh.
It's
in
in the middle.
You guys gotta. Okay, is that it? Did we? Wow.
That's it.
What an incredible feat of difficulty this was. But I guess I'll ask James, what are the main differences between?
Oh dear, there seems to be something wrong. I can't see any power pellets here.
Uh-oh.
So we literally are, all we have is ourselves, the ghosts, and the dots. We are completely vulnerable.
I also like this. I also
except for the boulder there. I mean, that can still kill us, but also kill the ghosts. So
that's handy.
That's the only thing we can rely on.
I will say another thing I'm noticing that is kind of adorable is I like how I don't know if it's every single maze, but it definitely has been a good number of them. I like the variety in the ghost appearances and stuff that has been happening here. Like almost every.
Oh yeah,
single
no,
maze
they
has
love to
something
dress themselves up, which is honestly not too dissimilar to how Pac-Man World like to dress up the ghosts too.
I like that. I mean, I enjoy that. I enjoy them playing more with how their environments will affect their appearances and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's very welcome.
And I assume the Pac-Man jump ability only can work in the lane you're currently in. You can't jump across walls.
No, you can't jump across walls. You can only stick to your lane.
Okay.
Oh boy, we're right at the market. Try bouncing your way across the rooftops in the middle of this maze. The ghost can't follow you, and it's fun too.
What a bonus! What? You know what? I can.
Reminds me of my days when I was out in the middle of the Sahara. There was a fun little market town with a whole bunch of those rooftop trampolines.
You can bounce yourself across just like my good old friend Mappy.
Yeah. Only a pity I didn't get to do it for long until what's the official start? Whoa! Got me.
I thought you said they couldn't bounce across. Oh, but they can climb with the ladders.
Yeah, they can climb with the ladders. They can't bounce on the trampolines.
Okay. Now, if we were, not counting on it, but if we were to say lose lose all lives, if we game over, is that it? Just back to square one, like, or is
no? Thankfully, no. There's a reason why we've been saving our game. It saves the exact progress we saved at. So we'll assuming we kick the bucket here, we'll go back to the last place we were able to save. Again, if we were playing on easy mode, that would not be an issue because every level lets you save.
I see, but I guess the other issue though is that does it save how many lives we had at that point?
Unfortunately, yes.
So not saying it's the worst problem ever, but you could have a Rayman 1 situation where, depending on how hard a level was for you, you could wind yourself up in a pretty rough predicament.
A Pac-Man walking scenario.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Elevators.
But be careful, because the ghosts can use them too.
But they gotta wait their turn like everybody else.
Yeah. Just because you're ghost doesn't automatically mean you have instant privileges.
Don't get to just walk around like they own the place, even though, you know, we are going back in time. Does the game ever explain how the ghosts managed to travel through time?
Nope.
Okay.
I assume the mollusk had something to do with it, considering he is like some ethereal being that just does whatever he pleases.
That ghost was smart. But, yeah, no, it seems to almost be like some sort of, like... They almost seem to be treating him like he's some sort of, like, eldritch or elder god or something that they, like, rate... Like he's their uka-uka. Even though the ghosts... To be fair, nice. Even though the ghosts, to be fair, have, I think, had, like, 3 different things that have been their uka-uka that they actually were worshipping all along.
Yeah, they've had a whole bunch of they've been lackeys to a bunch of interesting characters throughout the years. Like initially, we had Mesmeron as early as like the Hanna-Barbera Pac-Man cartoon from the early '80s.
We had her.
Then there was the Ghost Witch right around Pac-Man 2: The New Adventures and Pac-Man.
Then you got
which
Spook.
you know, crap, we're surrounded.
Magic carpet ride to the rescue.
Thanks, convenient magic carpet ride.
Look at how happy he is. I do like that. Oh, but now you must solve the mystery of the maze.
The Pharaoh's Challenge.
Alright, so it's memory. Alright, let's rock it.
We got a melon and a strawberry. Damn.
Okay.
Corn
and
cherry.
Okay, so far... Go corn.
Yep. More corn.
Banana. Not that one. Oh.
Crap.
Well, there you go. Banana. Oh, nice. Maybe the far left one. Oh, there we go. And then, nice.
Wow, that was actually
Jason
pretty
ones,
brisk.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, where was I going with this? Because we mentioned that. We mentioned the,
I'm trying to get the time machine working again, Pac-Man. In the meantime, watch out for the darker floor tiles on this maze.
Oh, they're weak.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, let's see. Because we mentioned that, we mentioned the thing, we mentioned the games, we mentioned, that's right, because then other people that I remember the ghosts working for specifically was, I remember they then worked for Spooky back in World 2.
Spooky, speaking in terms of relevancy, Talkman, like even before Spooky.
Right, yeah, Talkman, and then I forget if the ghosts had any involvement in the plot of 3, or if it was just that alien race.
They were... As far as Pac-Man World 3 is concerned, the villain of that game was pretty much siphoning all the power from their home world, and as such was an enemy to them.
Okay. So it was like a band. Okay, fair enough.
It was pretty much one of those classic cases where we had to, where the Pac-Man and the Ghost had to work together to take down a bigger threat.
Finally.
Even if he was like probably the lamest of the Pac-Man World villains.
It was just odd that they made it more of a beat 'em up, almost like a Ratchet and Clank kind of look to everything. Let's see.
I just can't get over the fact that the dude literally looks like he walked right out of a casting call for Invader Zim.
You're not wrong. Oh my gosh! I swear. Oh, and then we're off to the next
Get me out of the sand trap!
All right, now we are off to medieval.
No, we're back in the time machine is acting strangely. You're back in prehistoric times again.
What?
Try using the rubber tree as a quick way of getting from the bottom to the top.
Oh,
yeah, we're pretty much back to square one.
Oh, is this why I've heard that? Is this why when I was looking into this game, it's like there's an A period and a B period or something like that?
As a matter of fact, yes. A good majority of the worlds you'll be going to have 2 acts to them. Thankfully, they're separated in such a way where you don't have to worry about doing them all at once.
I see.
But yeah, it's one of those cases where it's probably for the sake of saving on the budget.
Fair enough, but I see then what you mean is that like this here will be our last visit to prehistoric times if we get out of here with our lives.
I believe so, yes. We won't have to worry about going to the prehistoric times ever again unless we decide to do those super special secret mazes you unlock in the maze mode.
Oh yeah. Which for any curious, yeah, you can do this if you play on a medium or hard difficulty. Which I think hard difficulty only affects how many lives you get, or does it actually affect speed as well?
It might be speed, it might be it's lives. I want to see the speed of the ghosts, and the amount of times you're allowed to save in a world.
Okay, oh right, okay.
Or the amount of times you're allowed to save in the game proper.
Makes sense. Whew. Oh, pardon me.
Pardon my French.
He does it. Okay, we gotta be careful now.
Didn't see that one coming.
Oh, you kidding me?
Oh.
Oh.
Well. dead
Pac-Man?
Pac walking.
Are you okay, Repuck? Oh. Okay, well, let's see how far we're... Oh, no, but it's
Thankfully, we're literally right back where we started.
Okay, good, because it did save us right at that point.
Right back to where we were previously.
Alright, so it's not the worst. We can get right back to that part. And hopefully buy Hype some more time.
So I guess while we're still here, just enjoying our time in time, we can go ahead and talk about the big reason as to why I'm doing this first is supposed to Pac-Man World.
Well, you know, to reiterate from, because I know it may be a while before another thing gets, you know, published, to reiterate, we had a Nintendo Partners Direct, which they do consider Namco to be a partner of them, and...
that makes sense.
And, careful, and... In addition, and so we have now learned that in addition to actually, you know, remaking Klonoa 1 and 2, which we're still looking forward to, they decided to also look at another one of their 3D platformers, Pac-Man World 1.
Yep.
They're giving it a fresh coat of paint, a touch-up, hey, there you are, you big lummox.
Sorry, sorry for how long it took, but I was just getting myself dinner with the folks.
So how was that double power pellet pack burger, huh?
Tastes like barbecue chicken.
Oh, real quick, what's that thing in the lower
close.
left now, James?
Oh, that's a Pac Doc radar.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I guess it helps out in case you're on a very big map. You want to.
Oh crap!
Oh no!
Oh, he looks cute though.
Pacteria Rex.
Makes sense. That's our ancestor in
Pac-Man.
Oh, look at them.
Wine and dinosaur.
What?
Throw pellets into the open mouths by using up, down, left, and right.
Okay.
Be careful not to throw a pellet if the dinosaur isn't hungry.
You'll just tick it off. Well, while we're doing that, that's adorable.
Nom.
So while he's doing
What
this,
beautiful little dinosaur puppets.
I know they're like little not the baby or not the mama. Anyway, so while we're doing that, so you came just.
And I can imagine the mom in the background is literally like, "That's right, feed my little baby."
Just folding her arms like, that's it.
You invade, you have to pay the penance. What were you about to ask me?
Just that, so you joined us right around, at the moment that I was, because James had asked me to, while he's playing this game, explain why we were tackling this game first in terms of our 3D Pac-Man ventures, in terms of, like, as a brand new commentary, because I do recall we did all of World 2 at one point.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
So... and then that's when I brought up that, hey, you know, the Partner Direct showed up that, you know, announced that, yes, we were getting a Pac-Man World 1 remake, repack. And they've announced a number of things, including that they're going to be touching up some of the elements of this game, actually, adding a few new mechanics to it, and, again, most importantly...
Oh my god, I'm sorry, real quick. Just picture this for a moment. They're all baby Kermits.
Hey, let me see. Like,
like the only thing they're missing is they need more wiggly wobbly arm animations. Like they need to be like jiggling all about when they open their mouth.
well, they're baby T-Rexes. It's a miracle they have arms to begin with.
That is fair. That is entirely true. It's like, oh, hey Junior, you like your arms? Yep. Good, because they're never gonna change.
Also, how can they eat power pellets when they clearly don't have teeth?
How can Pac-Man eat them if he doesn't have teeth?
Please do not give me the image of Pac-Man with teeth. I do not want to imagine Pac-Man with teeth. The volcano.
I'm pretty sure he had teeth in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Is that a fire ghost?
Fire ghosts.
Multiple ghosts. Okay. Well, beyond that, Hype, as you can see, so we've now learned a new mechanic. Oh, my gosh,
that's
they
right. I
blow
forgot.
up.
Certain portions of the space well, you can see by the little shadows, but like certain magma rocks will spawn and blow up right around those areas. So obviously, don't stand near them when that happens.
I assume those will kill you. Okay. So I guess the other thing that you noted that you're now, of course, noticing right now, Hype, is that so it turns out the way this game is structured in terms of its in terms of its levels is
actually hold that thought.
Yeah, we may need some more.
Yeah, just a few.
But yeah, effectively, as we're now noticing here, Hype is that this world, that the game structures the time periods kind of like a Sly Cooper 2-act structure, only with the 2 acts separated. So we were in prehistoric times, then we jumped ahead to Egypt.
Nice. Right, I remember that.
Oh, nice. And then, where do you think you're going? and then they.
I got a tongue with your name on it.
And then, yeah, after a little bit of time in Egypt, we then got warped right back to prehistoric times to finish it up, and then, you know, I assume at some point jump back to Egypt land later.
Yes.
Whoa. Careful.
Though, actually, with that said, when you visit a time period a second time, that's usually when you'll come across one of the 4 ancient MacGuffins we need to beat the game.
Oh, there's only 4 time periods?
Technically, there's, I want to say there's 5 of them, because one of them doesn't actually lead to one of the MacGuffins, but I could be wrong about that.
Now...
Something strange seems to have happened to the gravity on this tree.
Huh.
Hopefully you shouldn't fall off.
Well, you know what? I'm down for this. Let's see what whack... Oh, this actually looks kind of cool now. I like this idea now.
This is probably a bona fide trailer shot from back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine, like, this looks impressive for as far as a Pac-Man evolution. Look at the ghosty birdies.
And this isn't the only time they'll strut their stuff with this kind of gimmick.
I'd say, yeah, go for it. I say go for it. I like this. I am genuinely surprised with how much they've been flexing their design muscles with this melon. Even though, you know what, I just now realized, it's kind of a cheat, but I just now realized that technically this is I want to say this is the exact same structure as the classic arcade maze, just, you know, rolled up on itself.
Awesome.
Because I'm recognizing some of the layout here.
It's similar enough.
Right. Nah, but
right down to the ghost pen where the fruits spawn.
But it's a clever little twist of, because you know how normally you would, like, you know, go through the sides and then wrap around to the other sides, but here you literally are wrapping around the level.
And surprisingly, even with this weird ass gravity, you can still jump.
Oh. No, it doesn't send you right to the stratosphere. Hey! Oh! Oh, look, a canoe.
Oh, how convenient.
He looks happy. Yeah, but yeah, no, you know, now I remember. I was like, why does this voice sound familiar? Of course. Oh, right downstream. I collect. Okay, but I was wondering why. Oh, gator on our tail.
Gator's on our tail. Better book it.
Go on, gator.
I was thinking
Tuesday.
But I was thinking to myself, not today. Thank you. But I was thinking to myself, why does Pac-Man's voice sound familiar? But I realized, oh, that's right. It's his voice from the New Adventures game.
Right.
I don't think it's the exact same voice, but it's definitely a similar inflection.
With the wow, with like the weird, like warbly digital filter. Hey,
we did it!
Woo! Awesome. Let's see what else. Oh,
now we're up to the treetops.
Alright, you gotta be getting out here soon.
You'll find some seesaws on this level, Pac-Man. Try timing your run so you can flip a ghost into the air with one.
Okay.
Ooh.
That sounds fun. So while we head up away from Inky, or Blinky, jeez, I was getting
mixed up. Blinky. Yeah, but Inky's the blue one. Which, speaking of which, all the ghosts for the most part look fine, but Inky's colors feel a little off.
He looks a little more like purplish, like periwinkle color than icy. So the seesaws are difficult because they actually act more like one-ways if you're not careful.
Right.
And oh, not yet.
But I guess going back to our earlier topic, Hype, what do you make of Repack so far?
Well, I'll be honest, I never got the chance to play the original Pack World, so I'm definitely looking forward to giving this version a try. I'm amused. Honestly, I'm just amused by the fact that it's existing, period, because I know that was something that we've talked about, like, on occasion here and there, whether or not they would revisit the good old Pack World format. Like, I was expecting it just to be something along the lines of what they have been doing for the arcade games, but just, like, compiling all the platformers and whatnot. But I wasn't really expecting a full-on remake, so that definitely caught me by surprise.
Same here.
Yeah, I generally thought it was going to be just kind of more of a pipe dream we just wistfully think about, which is why I'm officially now going to start saying out loud over and over again how I would love a remake of Wario Land.
That would be nice.
Like a Mario Land?
Wario Land.
A Wario Land. Yeah, that would be nice too.
That's all we need. It's simple. All we gotta do is enough of us gotta spend 40,000.
Oh, hello, the Cannibal Temple.
Yeah. Oh
Look,
my god.
Pac-Man, there's a piece of the artifact on that statue. Try out your special boots.
My special boots.
They let you walk on the sides of the maze, but hurry back to the top before the gauge runs out.
Oh.
Yep, because now we're dealing with gravity.
Oh. So, how... Oh, I see, and that's the upper right. We just need to make sure to get back on top of 4 to let the meter cool back down.
Yeah. Thankfully, the meter itself is fairly generous, so long as you don't lollygag too much, you should be okay.
Okay. But I was gonna say, like, if we want... Nice. But I was gonna say, yeah, no, if we want to...
The other downside is that while you're inverted like this, you can't jump.
Oh, shoot. Okay, careful now.
Well, yeah,
you're literally wearing metal boots at this point.
Right, because you need the adhesion to stick onto the sides.
They're like OG, right? They're like
Take the chance.
They're like OG Ratchet and Clank Magna boots before they were fun. But what was
yeah, before they actually knew how to actually use them without sacrificing the gameplay much.
Oh yeah, no, it was so much fun after that. The new gravity boots. Anyway, where's going with this? So then But yeah, no, it's simple. If we want to get that new Wario Land remake, we just need to all of us to. Oh wow! Oh, we don't get our jump boots at all on this level.
Oh yeah, they're stuck on me. So crap. Oh, and on top of that, since this is one of those super special rotate sort of things, you cannot use tops. You can't use a topside view either.
Makes sense. All right.
Or top down view.
It looks like all the dots are on the left side predominantly. There was it. Oh, where's going with this? But that, we just need to get enough of us to pay $40,000 or $10,000 like that one guy did to get enough stocks to go into their shareholders meeting and just ask them straight up.
Just to say, hey, can we have this remake be real, please?
It's simple enough.
No, you guys are doing it wrong. What we need to say is have John Cena say he wants a new Wario game.
That's exactly it. And then they'll be like, you know what, John, just for you.
I'm willing to bet that was only coincidence. I don't think Metroid Dread's entire existence hinged on John Cena's opinion on the matter.
Oh, 100%.
It absolutely was a coincidence, but I just think it was funny.
One part of the artifact.
And another trip through time.
Now we wind up in medieval time.
Camelot!
Okay.
I'm not quite sure where you are, but I would watch out for that pig.
Well, that pig looks harmless. Look at him.
Oh, I don't think that's a pig.
Oh, he's a warthog. Oh, he mad.
No, he's a warthog.
Okay.
Who called me Mr. Pig?
Wait, I want them to call me Mr. Pig.
That's right. Who called me a pig? That's more.
So you talking to me?
Exactly.
Oh
shit!
I did it.
Yeah, just the sudden narrowing of his eyes with that backlit like intimidation. Just talking to me.
Also, I don't know why I find it so funny that the ghosts here are literally dressed up as housewives with literal clubs.
Oh, I was like, are they helmets? But no, those are like wigs or something.
Oh boy.
Or maybe they're like spires or something. I don't know.
Actually, would those be clubs? They almost kind of look like chicken legs.
It could be also chicken legs. It could be drumsticks. I think.
Yeah, it looks like they do look like drumsticks.
But I mean, how could they be intimidating with drums?
Oh!
Big.
Ow!
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Nice job, Percy.
Just nice catch, Percy.
It just kicks him. All of my school district's computers had it installed on it. It was like a 3D platformer where you played a bug.
That sounds familiar.
It was like you were a bluish green bug, and like you had to like save the kingdom or something. You had to like save the kingdom.
Whoop!
Jeez, medieval times were rough.
Wow.
Seriously, you had to really fight for the right for your meat.
But I see, once again, the pig won't actually kill you, it'll just stun you.
That's all there. Thankfully, that's all there is to it. The alligator wouldn't give me such mercy.
Nope. Oh no, he wanted lunch. So then, okay, that should be enough to save us. So then, it was like you were having to fight this fire ant, like king or something. And
oh boy!
Oh, there goes the pig again.
Oh god, looks like we're going on a ride with Mr. Pig.
Okay, yeah, this is the place I would use it.
That's one fast-moving pig.
We're doing a Crash Bandicoot joke for any who are curious. Anywho, because I know my pantomiming is not the
best. Why?
Oh, okay.
You know he does control about slippery as the hog did in Crash 1.
Hog wild. Woo. Nice. Okay, we're doing alright.
Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this was released on PC back when PC gaming was still kind of a niche thing, as opposed to like the big master race thing that people like to call it.
Hey, as long as it's working. Hey, I'd say as long as it's working in modern. Oh, we're back. Oh, wait a minute. This river looks.
You've landed back in the water again. Watch out for the logs floating down the river.
Well, they run us over.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
But it also runs over the ghost, so in some ways that's kind of like a double-edged sword.
It's like the boulders, yeah. Just gotta. But
there
what
they are.
this-
In fact, there they go.
I know we mentioned the character. One thing I'm looking forward to with the Pac-Man world is, again, the revamped platforming mechanic. Like they're giving him a hover jump, very similar to Klonoa, actually. And,
It seems weird that they're giving them that, not gonna lie.
It is weird, and though from what I've seen of it, at the very least, it doesn't look broken. Like it has about as much levity to it as Peach's hover 3D World.
And bear in mind, they're already like changing the game in other ways to make it more accessible, such as removing the instant death pits in the Anubis Rex fight.
Well, that is something that definitely does need more.
In general, it feels like that game's making a whole, like, in some ways it's like, it feels like a similar case to how Castle of Illusion had its remake done, where it's like, it takes its cues from the original game for sure, and I'd say it goes a little harder than that, I think the Castle of Illusion remake did, but they're still adding a bunch of changes and whatnot to make it a slightly more streamlined, if not more interesting experience. Like, the fight with Windbag, for example, the HMS Windbag, for example, is a bit more thorough than the original one, where it was just a straight line to the boss arena.
Makes sense. Oh boy, now the time for another one.
Oh. Whoa, Pac-Man, that's the biggest mushroom I ever seen! You gotta try it!
I want to eat it.
Maybe it's friendly!
Friendly mushroom.
Mushy giant friend.
Oh my gosh, that I wonder what that actor's up to now.
Sokka, I do know there is a show going on. It's being helmed by one of the writers of Avatar. I think it's called The Dragon Prince. He voices the main character in that.
Oh really?
Oh,
I knew it had. I was gonna say I knew that Dragon Prince had like Avatar influence and creators on it. I didn't know that they had the voice actor on too. That's fun.
One of them at least. I don't know how many of them are on there, but I do know Sokka's definitely a part of it.
I will say, and who knows, it may be a new trend going forward, but it seems like a lot of voice actors have been making TikTok accounts recently.
Huh.
Like, well, because like for instance, I know you know about Jim Cummings,
Right,
but
and he
another
posted...
one,
Oh boy.
but another one I recently saw was, I forget his name, but he's the actor for things like Rocco, the Taco Bell dog.
Oh,
Proctor.
Carlos Alazraqui.
Thank you. I can never get his last name correct. But
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't even know if I got it right.
But yes, he's on TikTok as well, and he's done some wacky little like stuff, like wacky little duets and stuff like that. Oh.
watch out for the jousting knights in this maze. They're immune to the power pellets.
Lovely.
Oh, rats. Oh, okay. So
Oh
like,
yeah, the ones literally, yeah, they're literally right there. Look at them run their little horsies.
Yeah, I
they
was
missed
just
each
gonna...
other though. I don't think they're very good at this.
Not really.
I want my money back for this fight.
But yeah, I do remember you showing me the one that Jim had, and it's like the specific one that he had. It was like he had the Pooh plush talking to the kitten, and it's like, Logan, it's too early in the day for such wholesomeness.
It's once again, definitely not getting too far into Drama Town. Number one, I'm so happy that he won the thing that he was fighting at one point,
Like
because
he deserves it because he's such a good person.
and I trust, and I'm not gonna say he's like infallible or like that he isn't. You know, that I don't know. Like I'm not gonna like have unrealistic expectations, but
He's nowhere near as bad as like some people like, you know, what's her face made him out today.
right. And
Right.
I'm glad that that's all. I mean, because again, being honest here, to me it seems like no surprise nor any mystery that all this suddenly started being a problem right around the time he actually got big in a Hollywood movie.
Right, when he was voicing in Christopher Robin, which I actually saw that not too long ago. It's actually really
ghosts
awesome.
you can eat. Oh no, I think Christopher Robin, as far as live action Disney content goes, is not bad.
Like, it is definitely the best of the live-action rehashes. I'm not gonna say remake, because it's technically not a remake of any particular Winnie the Pooh movie.
Right. Careful. And I forget if they still have plans to make that sequel or not.
Oh, I didn't know that there were plans for a sequel.
There was an idea, but I don't know where it could be going or what they would do with it yet.
Yeah, that's fair, because honestly, with the way it ended, I don't really know, like, how do you continue off the way that movie ended?
I'm gonna say right now, it would probably be a vacation thing where Pooh and them get lost in the big city. It would be like your typical cheap '90s spin-off sequel thing where it's like
I was about to say,
Pooh and
guys-
friends take
there you
Pooh and friends take Manhattan. I don't know.
Honestly, like, there's a part of me that wouldn't mind that too much,
That would have been a
because...
lot easier if you just had mouse control.
Yeah, and actually it's funny because I want to say it was either this minigame or another one later on that for some reason didn't work for me when I was initially testing this.
Oh?
Like nothing worked. Not the controller, not the keyboard, not the mouse, anything.
Huh.
It's weird like that.
All right.
Oh,
well,
hello!
That's a big one.
Oh, Durgan.
The dragon is sleeping at the moment, but be quick before he wakes up. You never know what might happen then.
I just like the direct. Look at how cute he. Oh, he's already shooting out fireballs. Let's just
Oh,
be
boy.
careful with his mouth.
Of course.
So I mean, I guess it makes sense. Just gotta not look his direction. Look
Ow.
at oh.
So it does have a lingering...
Friend.
Oh, boy.
Game over. I just love how it just goes dead silent. Just... It's all for ammo. The torch is lit, let the race begin.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. Take it from the top, and be mindful of the dragon sleeping.
Yep, we will not.
That
Honestly, at this point,
Durgan.
I'll say at that point, let's just tackle everything behind the dragon then, because his fireball ain't facing that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go into that dragon's line of snoring at some point or another.
I assume if you get into the center area, that may wake up the dragon and make him turn a different way.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Well, to give it a shot.
Might as well. Oh, I just realized there's a timer. I think that might correlate to how like if the dragon wakes up, then might be a problem.
So are they really asking you to beat this entire maze before that timer goes?
Maybe. Oh, and I just realized the ghost pen is like the dragon is sleeping on top of the ghost pen.
Like help us.
And they don't seem
Do you
to
mind?
Careful. Okay. Good. Oh, nice. All right. They're all up here. This is the last bunch of them. Just gotta clear them out.
Far away from that dragon's snoring pit.
And there
Done.
you go.
Well, that was a little anticlimactic, but we did it.
And of course it'd be here where they let me save my game now.
Well.
Oh, well, I guess we're back off to Egypt, I assume, because we just finished it off. Yes.
Ah, back in ancient Egypt.
All right, it's time to get that artifact piece.
Use the colored squares to lower the columns with the power pellets on. It's your only hope.
Okay. You got it, bub.
I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't quite feeling that performance. Can I try that again?
Oh, yeah, speed marker.
Anyway. So yeah, meanwhile, I'm almost done editing. I just have to finish a little bit more of that, and then, oh my gosh, what else was I mentioning?
Are you allowed to say that?
Yes, because it's gonna, I mean, this probably will go up before we finish, because you're right. But I mean, like, well, the idea is that I'll have all the parts ready, so it'll be ready to start being uploaded and scheduled after that, but,
Right.
One thing I will say right away that I don't think we'll be able to cover for this game is that it does have a multiplayer mode. Kind of in the same vein as Miss Pac-Man Maze Madness, you and 3 other players, that being Pac-Man, Miss Pac, Professor Pac, and Pac Baby, you can pretty much do the usual modes like the Dot Mania, Ghost Tag, and the one bomb mini game where it's literally like hot potato.
Oh yeah. Where you have to hit each other.
The only downside is that, unless I'm mistaken, I think 2 players can do it locally just fine. But the rest has to be done via netplay.
I see what you're saying.
Or whatever the age-old method was for doing multiplayer on a PC setup.
I think it was sorry.
It's like LAN play or like just
like LAN connection, yeah.
Or just connecting a bunch of controllers to each other. Because I see where the issue comes is that because I assume this never got anything beyond a PC release.
Nope. I do remember hearing rumors that there was a Dreamcast port considered, but I'm not entirely sure of the legitimacy of that claim.
Honestly,
Gotcha.
I feel like that might not be too hard to believe, because out of the consoles back then, the Dreamcast was the closest to basically being like a console PC.
That's a good point, and I mean, it probably I think one of the literally certain games when you started up via Sega Dreamcast did have a whole powered by Windows something or other.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that.
That's true.
Oh boy!
Hi.
Oh no!
Excuse me, Mr. Guard.
I do like the detail, when a Pac-Man gets too close to a ghost, he starts going in a frenzy.
Yeah.
Actually freaked out. I am liking so far how animated they're making him in this game.
Even if I do find it a little jank that if you stand in place like this, he still keeps jogging.
No, he should just show him catching his breath, oh my gosh, I've been running constantly for hours.
Well, I was about to say, I think it's because, like, you know, typical Pac-Man fashion, he technically keeps going until you hit, like, a wall.
True. Oh, nice. Didn't even get away from me that easily. Now we're done. Trying to think what else. You got this, dude. I'm trying to think what else. Because you brought up Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness or whatever.
Maze Madness, yeah.
Was that made on a similar engine to this game? Alright, more colored squares.
I'm sorry, I sort of zoned out there. Could you repeat your question?
Was Maze Madness made on the same engine?
Is this? No.
Okay.
It was made on the same engine that made Pac-Man World, though.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Basically, mainly when I hear about, I'll admit that besides hearing it from you, and I remember hearing some of its. Okay, that'll factor into my second point. Mainly, besides hearing it from you, the most I've really heard from Miss Pac-Man was that it had a really good soundtrack.
Oh yeah, no, the soundtrack's really good.
From that, I usually have heard it in Simple Flip streams, and also, ouch, curses. It's on a timer.
No,
we gotta hurry to that timer. Ooh.
Oh, that was close.
Good.
I get you.
You thought you could run.
But yeah, no, the soundtrack for it is pretty good. I'd say it's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good game all around. My only real, the only real thing I don't like about it is that it is a little shameless about backtracking though.
Yeah,
amazing. Oh,
because to make progress in that game, you need to collect stars, and getting stars requires you to either beat the level. Beating levels like the main way of getting them, but you also get them by getting all the pack dots and fruit in a level.
Deadly snakes. Uh-oh.
Grab the flute from the water to send them to sleep for a short time.
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
Okay. Oh boy. Here we go.
Okay, so they really are deadly. And just because I wanted to prove the point.
Yeah. Let's just be careful now. Get our stuff back.
There we
go.
Now where was I?
I was in the middle of looking up this game on Wikipedia to see if I could learn A, some wacky fun trivia, or B, learn who made this, who did the composition for this song. Let's see.
Also, naturally, since we are swimming underwater, but we have to mind our air.
Understood.
Which we can actually regain by eating pack dots.
Huh.
Not sure how that works, but I'll take it.
Interesting enough. And then it looks like we can get the flute from over here to make them no longer kill us.
For a short time, of course.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I feel like getting a power pellet should refill more air than a regular pellet.
Yeah, like honestly, given how limited they are, I feel like they should at least be a full oxygen resupply.
Now, as the strange whistle music plays, we shall go ahead and
No.
Don't you dare!
Hurry! Just grab everything around here. Just hurry.
3, 2, 1. Fuck.
Oh, now you're stuck.
I'll just take the bite.
You'll take it. Don't worry. Okay, just gotta do one more pass through. Let's see. So one thing I found out is that the voice actors for Pac-Man, Professor Pac, that was Duncan McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a name I should be familiar with?
I have no idea. I thought Hype would know, but I'll look it up real quick.
For this game?
Yeah, I'll look it up. No worries.
Okay, because I was about to say, I can't say I recognize anyone from this game.
No worries. I'll look it up here real quick. And the other thing was that Matt Clark was the voice actor of Mollusk.
Matt Clark.
Okay.
Does he have an IMDb page or something?
Let me see.
I mean, it is kind of. Oh, I didn't even realize whoops.
This is my hell now. It's just hearing that over and over.
Hearing that on loop.
We'll be right back.
Guess it should also be said that, as far as I'm aware, the ghosts don't follow their traditional arcade rules. They more or less follow a similar pattern of trying to follow you or ambush you at their best convenience.
Right, like they seem to be working just like Inky would, or like Blinky would.
Definitely something of a mix between Blinky and Pinky.
Okay, this. If you can get into the green area, 2, 1, you got it.
Booyah, we're done.
You have to just take one for the team. Oh, nice. I feel in danger.
And now for a perfect out-of-context Pac-Man moment.
Oh, that's strange, different than usual.
Oh, Derek. Oh, Duncan.
That's the scream of a Pac-Man that knows he's about to fucking die.
Quick. Run.
Come on, quick.
Hopefully I don't suffer a similar fate like I did back at the Cannibal Island.
Okay, easy does it. Oh. This looks very swift, and that boulder looks very jank as it rolls along.
Surprisingly, you can even go upstairs.
That just doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. Decent. We get a little bonus if we can get every single pack dot. Oh. Uh-oh.
Hello. Oh, well.
Leave those ones for the birds. We're done. Oh, we almost did it.
What birds?
Oh, the ones in the boulder. Oh, boy.
The Pharaoh's tomb.
We're climbing. Oh, no, we're back here.
Eat all the pellets and grab the second piece of the artifact.
Oh, snap.
Make sure you avoid the spike traps, too.
Okay, snap. We're almost out of this Egypt land. Just gotta avoid
We're almost
ghosts.
home free.
Avoid the Anubis ghosts. And, I assume those spikes will actually kill us as opposed to just stun us. Given how menacing they
given the way that they're jutting out, I'd imagine so.
Right, those are, because it's not like you're gonna just stub your toe. Those are gonna, like, inject you from the sides. And...
oh, so this is what they told me this would be acupuncture.
I do have a challenge idea of sorts to try when this is all over, though, James.
What's that?
I do want to see you...
Oh,
wow,
okay, never mind. That really was acupuncture.
Wow, okay, I really thought piercing... Oh, I really would have thought that piercing spikes from either end would have, you know, spelt your doom. Oh, but a ghost smacking on the butt will surely do it. Anyway, the challenge is that I want to see you attempt a maze in first-person mode.
Oh, boy. I mean, there is one mode I could probably... I mean, when this is all said and done, I wouldn't mind also showing us the secret mazes that you can get in the game.
Okay.
We could probably use those as an opportunity to show that off.
That's fair. All right,
and voila,
artifact acquired.
So long, Egypt.
It's been kind of real.
You can stink another time.
2 pieces. Clack.
By the way, tell Cleopatra I said hi!
Back to medieval times. No. Nope.
Actually, no. We're heading on to the Wild West.
Oh.
It looks like you've landed in the Wild West, Pac-Man.
So we've heard.
Be careful not to run past the snakes when they're awake.
Okay, some more snakes. So, okay. So, between Wild West and Medieval Land, I think we're almost... Oh, Bandito ghosts.
Oh, God. The Bandito ghost monsters.
Los Piñatas Banditas!
I love that
that actress... I think that's... I feel like that was still Rudish's Mickey, it sounded like. Or not Rudish.
Might have been.
Yeah, anyway,
oh!
Stop
Jesus! He really liked the taste of that pack meat.
Everything is meaner in Texas. Careful. Candy cane.
You can say that again.
It's not their fault. I'm sure there are people actively trying to make things better. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no. This is I say that's primarily on the fucking GOP. That's mostly on the GOP.
They're just
like fuck them.
Again, and I'm not saying that all GOP are bad. Just there's some extreme. Ow. There are some extreme views that can feel like a rattlesnake bonking you on the head twice, and as a matter of fact.
That guy didn't go for thirds.
Jeez.
Also, I will say this is one of the better tracks in the whole game.
It's a cool little bop. And
oh, jeez! The cattle are out!
Oh, my gosh. Oh, jeez. Hurry.
Oh, quick! A distraction!
Oh, that was kind of...
Barrel ballistics.
Those two events kind of felt a little disconnected. Was that just me, or is it... Anyway.
It totally did.
Alright, just throw stuff at him.
Oh! Oops. Bomb detonated. Well.
Oh.
Okay.
Everything's more fun in Texas. Okay, let's just get on with this Cactus
Gulch.
I should have probably tumbleweed. Oh, it'll just take you for a ride.
I never would have thought tumbleweed was that deadly, but well, lo and behold, watch out.
Easy does
it. Oh. Okay, no, it just makes me trip.
Pulls you over.
I just realized even Peaky's wearing a fake mustache.
Now never know and I love that when you eat them up, their eyes still maintain the mustaches.
Oh, they do.
They are real. Ow! I forgot we grew those mustaches.
And then ow! Oh. And then Pinky saying to herself, "Damn it! I almost forgot I actually grew this mustache."
I'm still wearing the toupee, aren't I?
Now be careful, James. You are on your last life. Oh boy!
Hell, I am.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you over my keyboard.
Just clacking away. Nah. Again, whatever.
Oh,
works.
is that? Oh, hey, is that a? What is that? Oh, it's a candy. Pac-Man likes candy.
I love myself some good candy, says a Pac-Man, and no one else who sounds similar to that. He does it.
It'd be weird if Pac-Man had its own equivalent to Mongo.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that. All right, now we got that.
Bell's Saloon.
Who the hell's Bell? I don't know.
Try running past the piano in the middle. The ghosts just have to stop and dance. Trust me.
Well, now I want to see them dance. Go.
Let's see it.
Aw.
Yeah, they're dancing all right.
That's it.
And
Oh, wait,
beyond
there
that,
we go.
beyond that, it's more or less the the classic arcade maze again. But that
I just
twist is
noticed
you can stun the
there's a
ghosts.
number next to that note.
Yeah, oh yeah, that says how many seconds you have.
Oh, that's the
until
timer.
They,
Okay. I thought it was like more like a why am I blank on the word? Like you can only use the piano that many times in a level.
Oh no, that would suck.
Yeah, kind of wish that there was a more meaningful change. Like the moment you pass by that organ, the music would start to change a little.
That would have been nice.
Even if it was just a piano solo to this theme music here.
But I do love the idea that as they're dancing and now they're blue, they just have to dance but look far more worried about like, okay, let's hurry. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there's actually an entire second story to this saloon.
Yeah. Oh look. Like you were stuck for a second. I was afraid that something was wrong.
No, I did that on purpose.
But okay.
I wanted to let them dance, knowing I was about to gobble them up.
It's like, dance faster, dance faster. No, so I guess ultimately, like, how do I put this?
Gosh damn it! We live in a society that doesn't know what a fast forward button is.
Hurry! Yeah, no, what was it? But yeah, what was it? It's like, and I apologize if I've already asked this or it wasn't made clear to me, but so is it like, so is this game not available on any other platforms besides just this old PC build you're having to like kind of emulate?
Just PC. That's all that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
This looks pretty decent. Like I could have seen this on the PlayStation at least.
Be careful not to get caught on the track when the barriers are come down. Trains pass through this part of this town quite often.
Right down the middle too. Okay, easy does it. Then careful, conductor ghosts in your silly hats.
God, look at those goddamn hats.
Look at that bouncy jolly
They
train.
kind of look like.
By the way,
What's up?
mind those trains. We might actually be a little. We might have to deal with them a little more up close later.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know they're supposed to be like cartoonish conductor hats. They kind of look more like chef's hats.
Whoa. Ooh, good thing.
They do actually chef's hats.
Yeah, you know,
the
like
big top chef hats. I kind of see where you're coming from, but I feel like they would have been more open at the top. Here they actually look more like peppermint candies from above. Like Jigglypuff seen from above. God, that was a bullshit quiz. I'm never gonna not.
I think that was the whole joke.
Right. So I remember that I was like the thing that I feel like in that episode Ash Ketchum then proved that yeah, all your fancy education doesn't mean jack. I can do battle more than you did it, Pac-Man.
Oh boy, we're missing the train.
Hurry after it. So this should be easy then. Just mash the button.
Press the jump button as quickly as you can to go faster.
Okay.
Faster, Pac-Man! Faster, faster, faster!
I'm going as fast as I can.
That's not very fast at all. Says you.
Yeah, it really isn't that
This
fast.
is us. We're little. Pac-Man's literally the type that literally obeys the speed limit even on a fucking train track.
We're trying.
He's in the middle of a car chase with the ghost behind him. He stops because there's a red light.
Well, I don't
I
want
guess
to break the law now.
Jeez, how much faster did I have to go?
I can only imagine.
It
like,
did
just
look
how
like it
fast
was-
they want you to
There
go.
we go.
Oh,
Now
whoa.
we're on the train.
We caught on the train.
You have to be quick with these mazes. Collect all pellets from one carriage.
Uh-huh.
And move on to the next before your time runs
Oh my
out.
gosh, they're trying to disconnect this train from the others.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay, well, let's be swift about this
Never
then.
say whatever you will with the ghosts of this game, but they're very thorough in trying to take out Pac-Man.
But I will say, I am still enjoying how, I will still say,
Bye.
I'm enjoying how, again, how lively they're mixing this up with new little challenges here and there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He just made a straight-on U-turn.
And...
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's
nice.
close.
Yeah, one more for the road.
Careful.
See ya!
Bye, Blinky.
Alright, just a few more. I think I want to say there's there should be at least one more card at the top where we have to fight all four at. This is gonna be very close, like quarters though, kind of cramped.
I mean, go figures. It's run a train.
Alright, easy does it. And...
I'll get on up. Okay, that's
artifact piece. Or was that a...
Looks like a people train. It looks like a people train, too.
It looked like an ice cream cone.
It probably was an ice cream... Okay, it was not an artifact piece. It was, in fact, an ice cream cone. And there's no power pellets, so best of luck.
I was hoping for some sarsaparilla.
Oh,
well, sarsaparillas could be made with ice cream.
Nice. 4 seconds left to spare.
Why here? This is literally the front train. Oh, right, because it's time travel.
Right, because we're going to get kicked off now. And back in... Now we go back to medieval land to get that artifact piece.
Castle Ramparts.
So we're already getting pretty close to the end if we can just take a...
Yeah.
Yes, no kidding. I'll about a few handy lifts. Okay. I mean, more or less the same. So, James, in your experience, how was beating this game like? Like, back when you were growing up?
I never got to actually beat it when I wasn't... Like I said earlier, I was able to get Pac-Man Adventures at the time when I was younger, but I barely was able to play it because I didn't own a PC to call my own for the longest time, and even when I did, for some reason my CD just wouldn't I guess the PC I was using, PCs I was using just weren't compatible with the disc.
Oh, it's probably... Oh, darn. I remember...
It's a weird little tool, and even now it's like, the only way I was able to download this, or play this comfortably is to, what's the word?
My abandonware?
Basically.
Because I know like there are people
that and I do still have my legit copy of the game, so there's that too.
Okay. Whoa, jeez, he just came in like a bat out of hell.
Seriously, hey!
Get back here!
I ain't finished yet.
There you go. Sheesh. But what was it?
But what was I gonna say?
They're trying to get this thing.
Yeah,
right
no, I was not able to beat it when I was younger, but I was able to beat it like after I was able to rediscover this game via the Internet Archives, and the rest pretty much follow suit.
Alrighty. I know. I was kind of there with you. I was like, I was hoping we could just have that be one continuous streak, but yeah, we gotta just be a little bit careful though. Even if we die here, like this was the first stage, so we should be able to, you know, our progress is saved. Just and there we go. Yeah, what was it?
These are some real long stretches of land, huh?
Mm-hmm. But I like this. I love being able to just have a continuous stream of pack dots all at once. It's just, again, with this isometric camera perspective, sometimes it can, like there, this is super helpful because I can tell exactly where the ghosts are at any moment and know we're safe. Phew.
Now it's time for a banquet.
Oh, can we do anything to... The table.
Make sure you clear up all the pellets from the top of the tables, too.
Ooh.
Watch out for the paint ghost replacing these pellets.
What? Is Pinky now suddenly...
Yeah, I think she's pulling the exact same dumb crap that Clyde does when he turns into a fat suit in the arrangement.
Alright, and I am noticing now the cute little detail. Some of them are jesters, but Blinky is a knight and Pinky is a server refilling the tables.
She's a waitress.
A waitress, yeah. While Inky and Clyde are the jesters.
Oh, she's even got a plate of pack dots, the fiend.
I want those. I will say, though, it is kind of, Get back here.
Those have my name on it!
I will say, though, it's kind of odd that, like, okay, don't get me wrong. Oh, wait, no, oh, Inky's also just... Okay, I thought they were all different. Then, yes. They're all little jesters with little pitchforks. Whoa. Hey, put them right back.
Just like that.
Okay, I'd say let's just save the tables for last, because it doesn't look like she'll refill the ones in the aisles at least.
Good call.
Yep. So far, what are you thinking of this adventure, Hype?
It definitely.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Like it definitely.
I'll
looks
ask
like...
you in just a moment, Hype. Hang on.
We'll be right back. So yeah, where were we?
Yes, Hype. What do you think of this adventure so far?
It looks cute. Like it definitely feels like, aside from the ones that go on full-on platformer and whatnot, this feels like definitely the most expansive of the pack games so far. But actually, if you could hold that thought a little longer, I gotta answer this call real quick.
Yeah, well.
Alrighty.
But yeah, no,
it gives us just enough time to clean up the rest of these tables.
Yeah, I will say that, like,
and
more so than even stuff like arrangement and stuff, I really have been liking how often they've been adding little twists onto the classic Pac-Man. Onto the Pac-Man maze gameplay. I've been enjoying seeing all the new little twists and turns they add. I'm trying to remember all of the, but now I'll admit the Hasbro Interactive thing has been reminding me of all these other games that Hasbro Interactive helped publish and stuff, like
the Frogger games.
Like, well, I believe they did a game for Candyland, I want to say.
I think they did.
It was like a computer game for Candyland that had some interactive like things happening on the board. There was like the one thing I remember as a kid because I remember not even really enjoying the game of Candyland all that much. It's just you draw a card and hope for the best. Anywho, then I remember they made a game for Operation.
Oh, dear God.
All based around like mouse control and having to click and carefully drag the thing. Oh, nice.
Oh, thank goodness.
Drag the object.
No more
out.
for me, thanks. I'm full.
And who does
Treasure vaults.
Okay, well what?
Okay, so this one's a bit unique.
Yep.
Eat all the pellets from the color-coded floor tiles to raise the walls at the back. Then eat all the pellets off there too.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry, Professor, but all things considered, last level got me full.
dude, there are some things in life that I don't want to imagine. One of them is a full Kirby, the other is a full Pac-Man, and that's it. The rest I'm pretty chill with. I can understand a lot of weird things in this world, just not those two. Easy does it, okay. But I mean, I'll admit, the mechanic for this one, I don't want to say it's weak, but it's definitely like, so just keep eating all the pellets, got it.
Yeah, keep eating all the pellets, and, I mean, I guess it leaves a very, a very, versatile way of getting all of the, pack dots, assuming you want to do it a very specific way.
I getcha. So we get this guy.
Sorry about that. I had to feed Tulip.
Oh, no worries, your little kitty.
Now, actually, Hype, since you're back, imagine this. Last level, we were in a literal banquet.
Uh-huh.
And we have to proceed to keep on eating. Imagine if Pac-Man at the end of the most like, Professor, can I take 5? I'm literally too full to continue.
All of life depends on you eating those ghosts, you punk!
And oh dang,
Jesus.
you got a lot more violent than I was going. I just made the silly remark of I thought it'd be silly to imagine a full Pac-Man to begin with. Like same with Kirby, like they need to be hungry. It's like that classic family. It's like that classic McDonald's mascot character, Grimace.
I am hungry.
Oh, him too.
That wasn't the meal you were thinking of.
Oh no, I was genuinely trying to make a joke there. Yeah, I know I am hungry. I forget what the yellow one was called though. I know the red one was I am hungry.
I don't remember the yellow one.
It was occasionally a time. I don't know. It's primarily something I recalled from the
Dark Dungeons.
Oh no.
Eat all the pellets in this room, then the gate will open and let you into the next one. Make sure you finish the mazes before your time runs out.
Oh
we
boy.
need lives.
Let
Mr.
alone your lives.
I
About
got
that.
your lives right here!
What are you? You got very aggressive there. Like Pac-Man's pissed suddenly on this adventure.
Well, he's been through a lot.
I've been eating ghosts for too many
Oh,
years. Oh my gosh,
oh.
this is spooky.
It's like, honestly, I don't blame him. He's been through a lot. Like, his family, like, not only is he still recovering from the fact that he lost his wife, but the family that he has left has just been re-kidnapped.
Yeah,
Damn it, Talkman, we thought you learned your lesson after the first time.
but
I
apparently
am
same.
really... I know we talked about him in casual calls and whatnot, might as well, like, say it for the record here. I don't know if they're going to, but I really would love if they still kept that original ending of, like, just him having no chill against Orson.
No one loves a ghost.
Chomp.
I love you.
I mean, again, I'm not gonna say that Pac-Man shouldn't eat Orson.
Whoa.
What the hell? Oh wow, that was
Moving
just a
on.
leave.
There's more.
Oh my gosh. And they're on a timer as well. Wait, is there like some sort of get out kind of moment going on here that we don't eat all the things we're screwed?
It's possible.
Oh dears.
Just a matter of if he does.
I will say though, this is definitely one of those levels that if we put in that one cheat code that made everything like so much faster, I could see this being a real pain.
Oh God. Actually, you know what? I want to do
Are you
something right
serious?
now.
Okay, it's
let's see. Those are called yeah, here we go.
Mission Impossible, if that's the one.
No, not that one. Pac-Man Ovich.
Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. This is it.
First person Pac-Man, everybody.
So, I can't
It's a
believe
little,
they finally...
it's a little glitchy around corners,
I
but
can't believe they finally released the last chapter of Dark Deception.
Oh, hi.
there you go. Oh, I don't know how to turn this off, but it's a little glitchy around corners, but it's a neat idea.
But by the way, if you want to turn it off, just pause and type in the password again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, being Pac-Man Ovich. Oh, I must have didn't type it correctly.
B-E-I-N-G.
B.
Are we stuck like this for
I was about to say, like, that should fix it.
No, it didn't fix it. Or you thought maybe I'm typing it incorrectly.
I know you have to be all
This is the
caps.
problem with having to actually type on a key laptop, like literally right in front of me.
No, I get that. I know it has to be in all caps, and it's Bean Pac-Man Ovich.
You know what? I'll just chance it.
Okay.
A true
Whoa.
horror game if I ever done see one.
Oh, see, he just gets... Oh, what happens if you press that button to show the top of the maze?
Can't use it.
Oh, wow, they're smart. Okay. Yeah,
We'll be right
okay.
back, folks.
Man. It was wacky.
It was worth at least one shot.
Right.
Oh, it feels good to see again.
There we go.
I guess that is kind of wacky when you.
Oh wow! Even in this, I guess it's because of how constrained this entire setup is, and well, the fact that it's also multi-layer. That I guess the top-down view.
You know, I get what you're saying now. When you do that camera view, it's not like that. That camera view is not dynamic in and of itself. It literally would just. It would put the camera right above you. So if you were to activate it right now, then logic would dictate that it would then show you all 3 rooms, and thus kind of, you know, it would make it a little tricky to see where you actually were.
Either that, or it might require like an additional setup where like it would be like this part would be top down, but then once we reach the other room, the camera would have to shift to that room, and so on and so forth.
Right. So they just didn't bother. But okay, one more room to go.
Okay, yeah, reset
go.
the timer.
Donut.
Oh, brother.
Anywho, while we're taking care of that,
You know, that does make me wonder. What year was donuts invented?
I'm gonna look that up.
Wait, do you mean the actual donuts or that scene from SpongeBob?
No, the actual donuts, because we're in ancient Egypt and we just found a donut.
Egypt or Camelot?
Oh, Camelot, jeez. The dungeon thing threw me off.
donut corner.
Hanson Gregory, an American, claimed to have invented the ring-shaped donut in 1847. It turns out he was dissatisfied with the greasiness of donuts twisted into various shapes and with the raw center of regular donuts. So instead, he would cut he made the classic hole. That way, there's no,
There we go.
The idea is that it would be easier to, crisp up.
Ooh, cannons.
Well then, I just found a match out of thin air. Oh boy!
Well, oh.
He blew us up.
Now handle this better than the bombs in the Wild West.
Will do. Hit the odd one out.
You're right. You got a bonus. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
The cherry, left, right. Oh, whoa! It's reaction timing.
Oh. Almost sounded like a fart when you got it wrong.
It's just a...
Oh, hit the odd one out.
Yeah.
Right,
Gotcha.
yeah. So hit the one that does not belong. Oh.
And don't blow yourself up now.
Well
done.
done.
Also, notice that the cherry immediately turned into a crown, so,
That crown
Yeah,
is
it's been,
for
like,
you,
shifting very
Pac
swiftly.
King.
Oh, there's more rounds, okay.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
boy.
I guess, okay.
At least we'll get more time with this than we did the freaking shootout.
Are there any bonuses to be acquired from doing these, from getting a big high score and
Nah,
stuff, or is it just
score,
random?
that's it.
Okay.
Why not? We're on the clock.
Unlucky.
I believe this should be the last level for the, for Camelot level. I see another artifact piece, Pac-Man. Try and get all the pellets here. But watch out for the cannonballs. Cannonballs?
I'll wait for it.
Oh, no.
right those.
Oh. Hello. Let's see how far that... Oh, wow, that cannonball is incredibly slow.
Yeah, but also...
We should be fine.
I don't know. I mean, don't get too cocky.
Ow!
As I was saying.
I was about to say I'm Pac-Man, not Puck-Man. I think I'll be okay. But it turns out I wasn't. I was indeed repucked.
Oh.
So what am I doing all the way here? I need to get a move on.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about any timer shenanigans for now.
Nope.
Uh-huh. Oh, a soda can.
Huh. So there is. I can do it. I forgot. Wow.
The soda can's like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be invented yet.
He literally popped out of existence.
It's like, hey, this is the medieval times. How can they have...
Logan should thank his stars he wasn't there to hear me say that.
I heard you say that.
Oh, you did? Damn it.
You were being quiet on us.
Yeah, no, it was because speaking of Hasbro, I've been trying to get in touch with their customer service for like the last week.
Over what?
Nothing bad. It's more so that like, so I got my father a gift that he requested that instead we send back just because he third piece. He appreciated the thought, but that it wasn't exactly something that he himself would play with or use all that much. Back in the Wild West on a totem pole. Oh yeah,
no, those ghosts seem to be getting faster.
I've been noticing they've been getting very speedy. Yeah, let's be careful. But effectively, so I wanted to make a return, but the problem is that in order to return something from their website, you gotta get what they call return authorization. Otherwise, they'll just treat it like spam mail and just return to sender immediately. It's like you gotta reach out to them and then they'll give you a number to write on the box. That way, when they receive it, they can confirm it is a return. But I sent that email like a week ago, and I haven't got any email back. And all I need is them to just say, "Hey, here's the number you add." So this whole time I've been trying to like A, send a follow-up email, and B, soda, and B, spooky ghost, and B.
This has different connotations these days.
Yeah, I mean. The whole theming again, it's something where I can't fault this generation because that's just what we saw. Lincoln Logs did it, Thomas the Tank Engine at one point did it. I feel like just the Wild West and Indians, Native Americans were kind of one and the same, unfortunately, for a while. Oof.
Or at least they were lumped together for the longest time.
Okay, this does it. Got this. Oh,
there you go. Oh,
what's wrong?
The banditos are approaching! Quick, on the canoe!
They'll never outrun the river. Oh, never mind, they are.
They got all the things they need to outrun the river. So
they
just
sure
again,
damn will try.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing as before when we were in medieval times. Just keep, or I think it's prehistoric times where we're on the log, but basically just keep rowing.
Keep rowing, and make sure that them damn...
Oh boy.
Did you just get stunned by touching a dynamite box from the side? Oh my gosh, Blinky.
Blinky is on my... Oh, damn it. He got me.
Unlucky.
Ah, well, at least this doesn't mean anything. Now we're on the raft. I hope you don't get seasick. That water seems to be moving fairly quickly.
Did you say water moving?
Oh, thank God. Oh! Huh, what? I mean, yeah, the water's moving quickly, but what's the relevance? It's just another maze. Tell me this isn't, now's not the time for us to, oh, hey, Rubber Ducky.
Hey, Rubber Ducky. We don't eat that, Pac-Man.
You don't?
No.
You play with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I do realize with how long we've been going, I guess there's only so much we can talk about when it's mostly just more mazes.
I mean, granted, we are getting pretty close to the end. We just need to finish this last world, get that final piece, and we'll be done. It's that, again, I agree with you that I think doing this in one session was probably for the best, because if we did this for 3 parts and had to reset mentally every single time, that would have been tricky. But here we could just, make it all one continuous adventure. Oh boy. I don't think that
Quick,
raft
Pac-Man! Your oxygen is rapidly running out! Eat the pellets to fill your air bar up, and hurry!
Wow, so now we just have a general timer at all time. Now the ghosts are wearing gator heads.
Now they think they too are gators.
I'm surprised they don't wear like snorkels or whatever.
But fair
They're
enough.
ghosts.
But fair enough. If we want to survive, we basically need to create as long a continuous chain of pack dots as we can.
Also, you say they're ghosts, they don't need it. To be fair, they don't technically need any of the other garb they've been wearing.
I think they're just being silly now. I blame Wallace.
They just like to be thematic, is all.
There's one thing that a ghost... Oh, jeez! I was like, there's one... Whoa, we're flowing with the fishes now. That's a silly little animation, but what was it? It's like there's one thing a ghost appreciates more than anything else, and that is showmanship.
Yep.
Do you think Namco still despises the Ghostly Adventures show for being a thing?
I don't know why Namco would really care.
I don't really know if they outright despise it, but I guess it's more so a matter.
It's okay. We're probably about to drown
It
anyway.
was pretty much it was a huge net loss for them, so I guess they'd have all the reason to.
Dang.
Like, nobody gave, like, absolutely no one cared for that damn show, and more so memed it than anything, because it was that bad.
Oh, thank goodness. We need more lives next round, unless we can save here.
But to be fair, some people would argue that memeing it summoned the Pac-Man World remake.
Which would be
The
good.
minecart on this level is very tricky to control. You can't turn around in it, and it turns corners on its own.
So you gotta just get lucky. We need more lives, James.
Fair.
I'm spooked.
You know what? Why don't we just cut out the middle, man?
It is time to have no honor.
I have no honor.
There you go.
One life to live and one life to live forever.
Yep.
Observe.
If we die...
Haha!
What?
Wait.
Pac-Man?
You really do. The game's like, no, you take
Pac-Man?
your lumps with pride, good sir.
Pac-Man?
Oops.
Are we stuck?
Yeah, we're stuck.
Can we escape out of this situation?
Yeah,
Okay.
by quitting.
Okay. Wow.
Well, now we know that now. Thanks, Logan.
It did not say that it was gonna do that at all.
Okay, yeah, no. In reality, that was my fault. I was the one that called the shot.
That is so odd that it would do that. Maybe it only works if you have more than one life.
You know what? Let's try that.
Let's try it again.
We're already this far in.
And it's so quick to where we just left off. So yeah, try it here now. I have no honor.
I have no honor. And you have to spell it the British way. I don't think it works the way we do it.
Nope, it's the UR. So yeah, now, okay, now if it happens, let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, what?
Yeah, no, I think it goofed.
Well, no, we still lost a life. We're still down. We're still down to 2 again.
So it's like, what's even the point?
Okay, well we'll
You know what?
play it safe.
We'll test it one more time. If nothing else, we'll at least we can learn from this.
Okay, so we're back down to 1. So if we
Come
lose...
on, I could take you. I could take you on. Yeah, no, it didn't work.
Wow. Oh, no, it couldn't have been that we turned it off. That couldn't have been it. Well, let's just pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, at this point, it was worth at least one shot. But at this point, I just need the points.
Yeah. Oh. Yay.
One extra ducky for the road, please. And by duckies, I mean this. Or not, I was about to type that again. No, I want to say get a life. There we go. That's exactly what we started with.
Okay, so now that I've gotten rid of that tab for good because that helped us out 0. Now it's time to try out how these minecarts work in, I guess in dynamite territory, looking around us.
But first,
Lemon.
good old popsicle out in the
Oh, it was
wild
a
west.
popsicle. Oh, I thought it was a lemon.
It did kind of look like a lemon, but no, I think that was a popsicle. I did see a stick on it.
Whoa.
Lemon.
So I'm gonna say right now.
So you can turn on these rails, but otherwise, yeah, no, you got to be careful.
I think my
I can
favorite variation... Oh, sorry, you go first.
No, just that this looks like it can be very finicky to control, and
Or maybe that is a lemon. I'm not sure.
it could be anything. But go ahead, Hype.
I was just saying, like,
Ow!
that was a surprise. I was just saying, I think
Yes.
my favorite variation of the lemon thing, and I don't even know if it was intending to cash off the lemon thing, but it's that little animation someone did of Crash holding a lump of fruit on a fork. It's like, Baba, Yobaya! I'm side. Oh.
I don't know. Oh, gee.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you can't run him over.
Nope.
Oh, I guess we
can jump, though.
whoa. Thank goodness. Got our old.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that animation for you.
I didn't think of that sooner, actually.
I was gonna say I did not think that Pac-Man could jump with the minecart. And what's out here
No
in the
sign of
savannah?
BS around here, but there is another minecart.
Let's have ourselves
fun,
another
fun,
little
fun.
minecart section.
You remember the one minigame from Super Mario RPG where Mario was on a minecart? Pretty much the
Yes.
same thing, except now you gotta collect dots.
Oh, great.
And thankfully, we have a light.
Oh.
What an exhilarating ride this has turned out to be so far. Ow!
I mean, okay, up to this, no, I'm nonetheless exhilarated. I'm so sorry. I just found myself like a little preoccupied trying to figure out this customer service thing because my dad has still been like, we should probably try to call them, and I'm currently trying to tell him that because I just sent him a photo that unfortunately all of their customer service works on Eastern Standard Time. By which I mean they closed at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, which was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, so they're close. So
And they're not open on Sundays.
You're gonna have to settle with the digital age.
And they're not open on Sundays. And I have a sneaking suspicion they're not going to be open on Monday, 4th of July. Oh wow, that's stressful. Oh.
That was kind of stressful. You sure the whole place was about to blow up. Oh, hey, there's the last, good news! The time machine now seems to be working properly!
Oh my gosh, this is it!
Hurry and grab the final artifact piece and I'll bring you home!
Yay!
Okay, this is it. But we are now in constant, minecart mode, which means we cannot stop.
Nope.
Or I should say we can't change directions.
Well, we can change directions when there's an absolute turn, but otherwise we'll just keep on going. And obviously we can't turn back, because, doing a U-turn on a minecart? Whoever thought that would... Who thought such a concept?
Such inane conceptions. Yeah, you just...
Oh, I knew it. It was a popsicle.
There we go, and...
Ow! Okay, just a little bit further.
Gotta pick a lane and commit.
Okay. Don't flub this up now, Pac-Man. All of the world depends on your driving skills.
Commit to it like you want to take it. Commit to it like you want to take your relationship to the next level.
Commit to it like you would commit to your wife. Oh.
Oh.
Pac-Man's like, too soon, Prof. Too soon.
You know, that's even darker when you realize that. Well, darker in quotes when you discover that they actually hinted at in Pac-Man World that Professor Pac literally is Miss Pac-Man's father.
Oh.
Really?
Which I mean, I could buy it. Like there's enough leeway to justify it, but it's also like, man, you see, think about that now. That's kind of weird in context.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not even sure if they even consider that canon anymore.
Pac-Man, if anything to me, has always seemed like he has very flexible...
Oh!
Whoa!
How'd you survive that?
I don't know.
Because Clyde was an idiot.
Whoa.
And I was an idiot!
I was gonna say, there's a power pillar right there.
We'll be right back.
Over. We're loading up.
Come on.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
This has gotta be...
He doesn't want to get
Is that
closer to that 3. He's afraid to kiss it.
Alright, we're good. We're loaded. Let's go.
He's
Alright,
like...
now then.
He's like...
The final
that
map.
He's like, that 3 is a nice-looking lady, but I'm not that kind of Pac.
It's gotta be at least the third date, I said. That's why it's number 3.
And plus, the missus would kill... Wait.
Wait a minute.
That's awful to imagine. Of just like the small smile like growing on his face of,
That means I'm single again. Oh, behave.
and then just cuts to that freaking. What was that movie? What was that movie where he just suddenly?
Oh, that was the second. That was the second one. The spy who shagged me.
Right. I was at the. Wait a minute. As it turns out, he was a Kimball. He was a Dibbot all along. Wait a minute.
I'm single again.
Single again. And they just cuts to him dancing buck nude.
In the mall, it's like...
Oh,
I
jeez.
was about to say, in the case of Pac-Man, I don't think it's that big of a stretch, because the only clothing he really wears
He
are
just
just
takes off his
boots
gloves and shoes.
Yeah. And
like,
just like, you know what? You know what? Just that, like, have him do that. He doesn't have the shoes and gloves, but his hands and feet are the things that end up getting censored by the environment.
That are blurry.
Oh, jeez.
I will say, somehow that would make it worse. You know, I just saw his hands.
Think of what he's holding on to.
Oh no. Hey, we got an extra life, James, just in time, just when we needed it.
Yep. We're all good to go here, folks.
And...
All fucks are more or less flown out the window.
And...
Yeah!
The last artifact. And now then, we can finally get to the bottom of this. Let's see what this bad boy can do.
The artifact is now complete.
Da 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 da.
Unfortunately,
Wow.
that's not it.
Well, we have to get to the big spookum.
Because now we've accidentally been flung into the future.
Oh.
Oh, dears.
I don't know what happened, Pac-Man. The time machine is pouring out smoke.
Devil damn it.
I don't know where you are or how to get you home.
In fact, it may not even be a time machine. I may have just been standing in front of the griddle this whole time.
The grill is like, that would explain why the calculations smelled like bratwurst.
Now, Pac-Man, how do you want your time paradoxes? Well done or raw? Or I can't finish that. Anyway,
Oh, really?
so we gotta deal with space ghosts, but I assume this is the final world.
We have to deal with space ghosts, and they're all coast to coast.
No, not that. Oh, I guess this is it. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, we're getting close to the end now. Again, when I was looking on Wikipedia, I was trying to look up if I could figure out who did the music, because I have been enjoying the renditions that this game has had. Like, Pac-Man has actually... Jeez, they're getting really fast. Pac-Man has had honestly, some pretty decent tunes in the games that I've played of him.
Oh yeah, no, like usually they don't skip a beat when it comes to Pac-Man soundtracks. Like, I mean, there's some I'll definitely say are better than others, but this one's definitely on the higher end.
Yeah.
Definitely on the hot block.
The hot block. Actually, now it makes me... I've debated looking at Plock, but I think it's too niche of a game to really,
Plock?
like, you know... Plock, yeah, the Super Nintendo game. Where you play that guy who can, like, throw... It's like they saw Rayman and they thought, but what if Rayman could throw every part of his body?
I want to say Plot predates Rayman by like a year.
Most likely... Oh, hang on.
Oh, what?
Careful, Rayman. Careful,
Where to
Pac-Man.
now? Oh, this way.
What's in here?
Nice digs.
Could there be a time machine here?
Wonder what's on the telly.
Oh, it's memory again.
Match
Well-
the pictures pairs to earn a
well,
special
hi-
bonus.
I was like, well, Hype wasn't here when we played Egyptian Memory, so, you know, this is fair enough, so let's see.
Well, I
Cherry.
know what memory is. I feel like I can still get behind this.
Oh,
wait a
the
minute.
two cherries are next to each other. I think there's... What? Nope. But those guys are two on opposite... Oh, watermelon. Nope. Oh, middle. No. Bottom two corners. No, we were close.
And
Unlucky.
It's just points.
Man, I don't know.
Research
I don't
and
know.
destroy.
Good.
I'm not quite sure how, but you've gone into the future.
No,
Your only hope is to find a new energy source that can generate enough power to bring you home.
Okay. What was it? Oh, that's right. Because the whole
Oh my God,
unlucky
the
thing I was
ghosts
about to
turned
say.
into brainiacs.
I don't know, James. The Pac-Man Adventures in Time leaderboards aren't gonna like that. I don't even know if I'm...
actually, this game does
that-
have leaderboards, technically.
Oh, seesaws. The seesaws are back.
Yeah, unfortunately I never got an opportune chance to actually use them against the ghosts.
Does it actually kill them, or does it just stun them when you knock them up into the air?
I think it just flings them up in the air for a brief bit.
Ah, okay.
That's just it.
Careful. And, oh.
Even in the future, they still have delectable cupcakes.
Oh, finally, a future I'm willing and ready to look forward to.
Assuming we live long enough to reach it.
It is kind of wacky to me how often we always see these tales of this is the future, but like no one now like. Well, the idea is that as far as like science stuff goes, it always seems like they're like, whoa,
Asteroid of Peril.
oh, for some. Yes. So what happened was my eyes were playing tricks on me. For some reason, I thought we were on the inside of a sphere running around it, but now we're on the outside.
We're on the outside. That'd be really
Trippy.
frigged up if we literally were on the opposite end of this whole grid.
Yeah.
You know, like running around it. Oh wow. But anyway, so
Oh,
the
ho, 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 ho.
whew, little jolt there, but
Well, I think I got enough of that there energy to actually warp back home.
yeah, just need a few more.
In fact, who needs a machine when I can just do the work myself?
You ain't Sonic. You can't do your drop dashes back and forth and fix it all.
Just watch me. And he starts rev rolling.
Oh jeez, that won't be until World 2 because I don't think World 1 even had the pack roll.
No, World 1 had the rev roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only thing that Pac-Man World 2 introduced was the kickflip.
Right, yeah, this cool little.
And I
this
know
cool aerial
World
kick.
1 had the ability to throw pellets that they ditched into.
Yeah. Though I will say that's probably like the one thing I'm not too certain on at the given moment for repack is that pack dot tossing looks a little slower in the remake by comparison.
Well, I guess also to be fair, like whether it be the remake or the original, it's not like there's ever a moment where you outright need to use the pack dot throw.
Not really, but it is funny.
Oh,
God damn, not again.
I'll be right back.
Ow!
Jeez.
Asteroid surfing.
Oh boy.
Avoid the asteroids and collect as many pellets as you can.
Oh, why not? But
and watch out for the meteor currently heading for you.
Boy.
what was that?
I can't. What's that? I can't hear you over the meteoroid.
Oh wait. Oh. But I was gonna say, no, I completely understand how that can happen, James. They just so suddenly on these new modern processors.
Yeah, no, we run on much better hardware these days. That these things wish these damn things wish they could comprehend.
To the ship.
I think you'll also find this maze is bigger than it first appears.
I can kind of see how.
Actually, I just realized this is the second to last level of the game, so we're pretty much almost there.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, the ghosts have anything they say about it.
Because these Martian ghosts are getting a little peeved with our progress so far.
The whole freaking... I don't know why I can suddenly imagine that now. Just all these guys literally all speaking all in Marvin speak.
Well, what do you mean by Marvin
am
speak?
noticing-
He speaks English.
Like, well, just in that tone, though. Isn't that lovely?
That Pac-Man makes me very angry.
But yeah, I guess I was gonna say,
Pac-Man with the aluminum Pu-36 explosive pack modulator.
oh geez, I see now. Now that you've collected on both sides, now parts of the rockets have fused together.
Or they've opened up.
Oh, but they're only available from the top. Got it.
Oh.
Woo!
Now if they zap ghosts, do you get the points for that?
I don't believe so. No.
Oh darn! Because I kept hearing
Like,
the
say
sound.
if you're playing these levels in maze mode, you still need to properly eat them in order for the point to count.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Huh. Who's the big tough man now?
I think that was Pinky.
It's me, Pac-Man.
You know, back when Pinky had that whole arc of literally being the most butch of the lot, and voiced by one of the Beagle Boys.
Wait, that happened?
Yeah, in the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Huh.
That was before it became primarily accepted that Pinky was feminine.
Oh, because this whole time I thought they were doing the frickin' Francis thing from Bug's Life.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. It was back when we thought that Pinky was as manly as the rest of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hello. Trailer fodder.
Off we go.
Oh, did they show this? Did they show this scene as well?
Yes.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Woohoo!
Carry the Silver Surfer to the not Death Star away.
Space surfing dudes.
Yeah.
This does.
Surely.
Make sure you go over the arrows to keep your speed up.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll have to press the jump button as quickly as you can.
This ain't.
Alrighty.
Don't ask me why I suddenly turned into a goddamn. Anyway.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, it's a good that I changed the camera angle because I was about to say if it was gonna be that top-down thing, that close up top-down, it's like that didn't look like it would help much.
I love the idea of, if you don't touch these arrows, I love the idea that it just suddenly becomes a jalopy that's like, and you have to like rev the engine. And you got it, yay.
Alright, final level time, boys. The reactor core.
Oh, there's gotta be enough energy here to make us back home.
Fantastic, Pac-Man! The reactor core should provide enough power to bring you home. Collect the pellets while I set up the time machine. And good luck!
You got it, Buster.
Oh, we have a set number of time though.
Yep, so we gotta act fast.
No lollygagging.
Oh, I just realized too, it's all segmented too. That explains it. But yeah, no, I guess since the credits won't properly show up in the oh god, the story. Look at the way they're driving their hands as they're chasing Pac-Man. It's like things the ghost did wrong. Pac-Man did wrong.
Get over
Get
here, you pecker. But yeah, you're about to ask, like, because, yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, the only way you can access the credits is if you go through the menu. They don't show up after you beat the game itself.
Right, because this is a PC game. Normally, that's all relegated for when you quit the game. That's how it was back in the days, kids.
Fine.
Oh, boy.
We're getting there though, but why are we on a time limit?
We're on the side.
Because this thing might discharge any moment, I guess? I don't know.
I see. So it's like the train car where we need to get enough and quickly get to the next portion of the reactor core. See ya!
Alright, we're at the home stretch, I think.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're at
this
the
is
home
it.
stretch. We're pretty much good.
Okay. Well,
And they oh, look, a crown.
finally. You know, it's
It'll
about
fit my
time.
little head, my little pack body.
Brown.
It's about time we finally get some
Oh!
recognition. Okay. But yeah, just
He was considered the king of arcades back in the day.
just 2 more
Well,
pellets.
yeah, only 2 pellets left. Where are they? 1,
Oh.
2. We're done. That's it. That's the end of the
Our
game.
adventures in time are complete.
Yep.
Hey.
And now
So right at the very beginning of the game, when Mollusk...
destroys the artifact, or rather splits it up into 4 pieces. And that's right. Remember when Mollusk was a thing?
Boom.
Me neither.
Yeah, what it probably... But hey, the minute he breaks it, we just come back and like...
Hey.
Oh, hey, we have an artifact too. Or we have the
And with
artifact.
the power of this here artifact, we're about to undo your undoing.
Wow.
Wow, we just shoot him.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's get out of here. I can rule the world with this.
But I won't, because I have no foresight. Whoa, what the?
Okay, the game just fucking crashed.
And then the game
Well,
crashed.
that's one way to say go home.
That actually, I'm serious now, that actually kind of plays into my creepypasta mode of like Pac-Man takes over everything. It's just, what have you done?
And now you see the Pac-Man that's on James's desktop just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until...
No, I'm not showing that off. That's too personal.
No,
Okay,
no,
well,
that's
I'll
great.
just say, like, you don't have to, but we'll just say that, like, for context, it's basically the big "Everyone Is Here" banner from Smash Ultimate.
It's good. It's really cool artwork. One do a good job.
Okay, in all fairness, because it is still recording, there was one last thing I wanted to show off.
Yeah, let's just go back to that. Hopefully, we'll be able to resync this all up.
Oh, there's Repuck.
Alright, let's actually... Well, there's Repuck. I don't care for Repuck no more. I want to go back to my own account, because, we're gonna watch some home videos!
Oh, okay.
All the cutscenes we got to see along our journey,
So we
and
have...
some extras, which you would primarily get for clearing a specific mazes in the maze mode.
Okay.
Starting with this comedy clip.
Comedy clip.
Funny! Let's watch it again!
Where's the comedy?
Comedy.
Okay, in all seriousness, let's watch the next one. These, in between the comedy clips, there's some more sophisticated, for lack of a better word,
Well, actual fleshed out
bloopers.
shorts.
Yep. Starting with Bad Manners.
Action.
I'm gonna...
Also, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this game did remember Miss Pac was a thing.
Hey, say excuse me first.
And that's it.
Cut, cut, cut!
This is...
Oh,
Why
dear.
does this count as an entire... Okay, comedy clip number 2. Action.
Back in Egypt,
Ow.
Ow.
I think he landed too hard.
rough landing.
You're supposed to land on your front, not the top of your head.
Pac-Man? Oh, dear.
The cameraman also had a heart attack at that exact moment. Tragic.
More comedy.
Oh, jeez.
Push them like the ants they are.
Someone had a little too much fun with that click and drag into it. Hello,
Action.
marker.
Huh?
Hi, Mom. I'm on TV. Oh, you look great, darling.
Hi there, Miss Pac-Mom. Hi there, Miss Pac-Mom. Oh, hey, guys, what do you... Wait a minute.
That's comedy.
Speaking of comedy, oh my God!
The big ghost with the big iron on his hip.
And then came the rescue.
It's Pac-Man.
How will Miss Pac-Man get out of this predicament? Will Pac-Man be able to save her?
Tune in next time in They Don't Make It Out Alive.
There was a thought there. And,
And then the callback to this Pac-Man, the arcade.
give him some sugar.
And finally, the Pac Boogie.
The night they first met and learned that, man, my partner doesn't know how to dance.
Saturday night.
Well, you know what? I can't dance either. We have so much in common.
That's my favorite part for some reason, where they're all just like, wah, 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 wah.
Give me a flashback right now. I want to imagine what the mocap suits look like if they actually used them.
Woohoo!
It
Look at that.
don't.
Ow! Oh gosh,
He boogied too hard.
it just passed out. Is that it?
That's more or less it. I mean, yeah, there is the whole maze mode, which does have its own set of mazes that we could show off, but honestly, we're just about 2 hours in, so I'd say
let's find the
Well,
credit.
actually, no. We could share this much: the very original classic maze.
Oh hey.
But yeah, no. If you absolutely want to, you unlock this. I want to say by beating all the bonus and super bonus mazes as well, complete with all the criteria of ghost chomping and item collecting.
Gotcha.
But yeah, classic maze. Play it as it was truly meant to be.
Nice.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well then, hop to it, Pac-Man.
And watch out, because the ghosts are at their fastest here.
Oh jeez. You know what? Let's make.
Oh,
you
that's
know,
right. Oh, that's right. Let's make this a more authentic.
Yeah, I was like, go for it.
There you go.
Yay.
Oh, it's a little
I was
tilted
about
at the
to say.
side, though.
Yeah, it's more or less. It's kind of centered. We'll be okay.
Also, you can't jump in this classic maze, so be wary of that.
Well, you're.
By the way, if you absolutely want to, if you want to say screw the challenges and get all this stuff right away, there is a 100% code called. What was the name of that code? I forgot.
Oh, let me look it up.
Show me the mazes.
Yeah. Show me the mazes. Yeah, it gives you levels like that can just.
Show me the mazes.
Yep, those
Yeah,
are mazes,
it can-
alright.
Yeah, it can, yeah. Then it'll let you select any and all levels because this is your bonus content, not so much.
Ow.
This is what we get. Yeah, this is your
What we get
bonus
for betraying
content.
tradition.
No like concept art or music or anything like that.
Nope, that's more or less all there is to it.
All right, it's all just the lower left now, and
And
Done.
voila. Sorry, Iki, not today.
well done. But yeah, are there any credits we can look at?
There is actually, as we, quit the game. Still can't get over the fact that and yeah, that's where the multiplayer stuff is. But that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our whole playthrough of Pac-Man Adventures in Time. A fun little romp that's well worth spending an afternoon playing.
Right.
That being said, though, good luck trying to find the means to play it in this day and
Yeah.
age, unless you're looking up a PC wiki.
I may have to double check out if that one collection chamber guy has it for download. Let me see. I go to collection chamber blog spot. Also, yeah, here are the people. No, kind of no real fanfare, but
And the rest.
there you go.
And that's it. That's the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it right away, but yeah, no. So again, just best of luck. Keep an eye out for it. Any final thoughts, James and Hype?
I enjoyed my time with this, barring all the times I died and cheated, death, and then died again.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a very fun romp if you can find the means to play it. That all said, I definitely don't expect this to get the remake treatment, but I wouldn't mind seeing a brand new Pac-Man game in this day and age that goes for a very similar level of depth with its mazes.
Uh-huh.
Or at the very least, have the stones to add it in a compilation.
Right.
That too. However that'll be done.
Right.
That all said, I've been James Man Extreme. I've been Repug.
I've been Miss Pack.
You found your wife, James.
It's been me all along.
You got bills to pay, honey.
I
Oh.
want a divorce.
Bye.